Hello, and welcome to volume 255. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. I should have made a list. I have a few things I want to talk to you about, and I really hope I don't forget anything. So just going back, let's see, to yesterday, I had my MRI with and without contrast, and that was on my neck. So they want to find out if the numbness and the tingling and everything that I have in my arm is associated with my neck. Back in 2009, I had to have my spine fused. So they cut me open and they did a fusion on C5, C6, C7. So I don't know, did that go bad? Have I got more discs that are getting crushed? I don't know, but we'll find out with the results from the MRI. I have to tell you, a lot of people say, dude, you have no filter. It's just, if it comes into your brain, out it comes. I do have a filter, and yesterday is proof. I went to the waiting room, filled out the paperwork on it, and they were about, 20 minutes behind. So they finally called my name, and I went over there, and the technician comes out and meets you at the front door. They have to, front door of the medical labs. You're sitting out in the waiting room. They come out and call your name. You come over, and she hits a little code, opens that up. Then you go into the hallway and then down to where all of the radiation signs are at. So she comes up, and of course, they're still wearing the masks. The only thing you see is her eyes. And she goes, hi. She goes, I'm Brandy. I'm going to be taking care of you today. I had just watched for the, I don't know how many time, Guardians of the Galaxy the day before. And for those of you who have seen it, you already know what I'm talking about. But I tell you, it took every fiber of my being not to bust out into song. Brandy, you're a fine girl, fine. Number one, I would bet she's had at least 1,000 people do that to her. And number two, I don't sing very well, so I wasn't going to do that, loud enough. But she was just a doll, probably 5 feet tall. I'd say maybe weighs 80 pounds. And they put me on, for those of you who haven't had an MRI, there's a table that you lay on, and it's pretty hard. There's no give to this table. And then there's what I call the tube. And the tube is, I'll tell you how wide it is, from here to here. Actually, from here to there, because there's a little left over. So they come in and they put you on the table. And when they get ready to do the actual imaging, the table slides inside the tube. So I'm in the tube to at least, let's see, yesterday when they did it, they had me about my waistline. So, the upper half of my body is inside of a tube that is just barely, in fact, it's not wider than me because my shoulders hunch up and I'm stuck in there. I can't move my arms at all. So normally, you just lay in there or whatever. But this one, since they had to do my neck, they had to make sure I didn't move. So there was a little piece of plastic on the table, and it looks exactly what you think, the outline of a head. So you put your head in there, and then you can't, move side to side like this. Well, you could still move. So she comes over with this bracket, and I wish so much I could have got a picture of it. But she's coming from over here and takes the bracket and locks the bracket down, and it goes from your chin. So you have to lean back. So it goes to your chin. I'm going to interrupt myself here. I hope you can hear this. Oh, I hope you can hear that. We have a, right above there, when you walk out the front door, just in the eaves, so they would be right about there, there's a little nest. And I don't know if you can hear, there's babies up there. We have 2 sparrows that come every year. I have no idea if they're the same sparrows every time or somebody's just, Airbnb in the nest, but there's little babies up there, and you can hear them. They chirp louder and they chirp faster. And there's a big pile of bird crap next to the nest. So that's part of mom and dad's, duty details. They push the little baby crap out, and it sits there next to the, if I can get any kind of footage, I just realized my mic's way over there. I hope you can hear this. If I can get any kind of footage of them without disturbing them too much, I'll try and do that. Otherwise, I'll just leave them alone. But it's so, I hope you guys could hear that on there. Okay, so Oh, they put the clamp on there, and the clamp locks on to the piece of plastic that's already under your head. So now you can't move. I mean, there's no way. It's like, and even when I would have to swallow, it'd be like the top of my head would move up and go like that. So the first run was about 30 minutes, maybe 25, 30 minutes. And because of the rack that they had me on, I couldn't use the headphones. So normally what they'll do, for those of you who haven't had an MRI, they give you the little softy earplugs that you squish and put in there. And then they also put headphones over you. And the headphones are not normal headphones. You can't have anything magnetic in that field, because that's a big, huge magnet that's making the imaging on there. And so it's basically just a tube, and they pump the music down the tube and you get to hear it. So those wouldn't work, or I couldn't wear them because the brace that was on my neck came clear up here and blocked it. So because it covers your chest, comes up under here, and then comes up the sides, and then holds the side of your head. And I didn't even think about it till afterwards. I should have had her take a picture. But I made it through. So 25, 30 minutes for the first shot. Then she slides you out, gave me an injection of, iodine. Am I remembering that right? All these times, and trust me, I've had a lot of MRIs. I never actually asked them what they put in there, because they say it's, contrast with and without. So the second time around is only about 10 minutes. It's over pretty quick. And, so I was telling you about the size of Brandy, and maybe 80 pounds, like 5 foot tall, just this tiny little thing. And since I've lost my muscle mass and my strength and everything, I usually have to have somebody help me up, so I'll look at her and she goes, "You need some help getting up?" And instantly I'm thinking in my head, yeah, who are you going to call? Because you're not going to lift me up on this table. All they got to do is pull you to a sitting position. So she goes over and gets a step stool that they would use for people to get on the table. And it has a big chrome bar on it that comes up. So that was high enough that laying on the table, I could reach up and get it. And she goes, just reach up and pull on that. And she stood on the pad on the bottom so that I could, pull myself up. I go, if I have to come back again, I'm going to work out before I go, just so I don't have to put her through all the trouble of getting that step and everything. It was just amazing. And if you guys have ever wanted to know what it looks like to go through a hot flash, this is it. Well, if I had a temperature gauge on my forehead right now, it would be going all the way to full. I'm not positive. That may have something to do with my immunotherapy, because I've noticed, Kelly and I were just talking about last night, I've noticed that my hot flashes are getting worse than they were. For a while there, with taking the gabapentin, I had just the big ones would get through, the scorchers. And now I'm getting more and more of them are coming through. So not sure if that's one of the things, one of the side effects. Pardon me. I'm just going to grab a sip of coffee here real quick. And I'll put it in the heading too of this video before we start. But this is the portion of the video where, to use a slang term, it gets real. The S gets real. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while. And I just thought, you know what, today I'm going to do it. And I will start this off by saying that when people tell me you look great, or they tell me you look so much better than you did a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, whatever. And when they say you sound so strong, when I'm talking to them on the phone or they see me on the video, I love that. I absolutely love hearing, here comes the sweat. I absolutely love hearing that, because then I realize too, man, I'm getting so much better. I'm feeling better. I'm stronger. I'll just keep going in that direction and working on it. But people sometimes get the wrong impression. And when you have a life-threatening disease like I have, and people say, "Oh, you don't even look sick." I don't know why. And maybe it's, I'm just speaking for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else that has prostate cancer. That just hits me the wrong way. God bless you for saying anything at all, or for being, interested. But I got to say, the people that I know, my supporters, don't do that. It's just new people that you meet. If you happen to, come up in conversation that you're fighting prostate cancer, which in my case is not hard, because a lot of the t-shirts I wear, are talking about prostate cancer. And people will say, oh my gosh, you don't look sick. And I thought about it. They don't see that. And it's tough. And it's nothing against them, but it's just that they don't live with me. So they don't see what this life is like. They're seeing a little snapshot of it. And sure, I look good. I'm eating well. My color looks good for, an exceptionally white guy. But they don't see the other stuff. They don't see how difficult it is to sleep at night. They don't see the myriad of pills that I take, medicines and supplements and vitamins that I take. They don't see the THC that I take every night, and the pills that I take to help me sleep and to keep me sane through this whole thing. They don't see the really bad hot flashes like you guys are watching right now. This one's still going on. They don't see what it's like to have had your insides, your rectum tore up by radiation. So they don't see the incontinence. They don't see the days where you don't make it to the bathroom. And I'm sorry, that's throwing it on other people. They don't see the days I don't make it to the bathroom. They have no idea I'm wearing a diaper. They have, no idea what the daily routine is like. And sometimes it sucks, but it's just stuff that you have to do. They don't see what it's like to 2 hours after you got up, be out of energy and feel like you need a nap. Those are things that I see, and now things that because I told you I would be honest with you and share this with you. They don't see they don't know, not that they would see it anyways, but they don't know about my catheter. They don't know the care that I have to take because I have a silicone tube hanging out of my abdomen, and they don't know that my penis doesn't work anymore. I mean, anything about it, hopefully someday we'll be able to fix that. But for right now, I pee out a tube. And so, they're not there in the morning when I have to get up and examine my urine and see, do I have any debris in there? What's the color? How much, did I pee during the night? Keep track, what's going on during the day. They don't know what it's like to be out in public and wonder if you're going to make it. Going out and doing things and then thinking, oh man, because some days are better than others. Like today, I won't be straying far from the restroom, and that's just how my life works. Some days I'm absolutely fine. Other days, not so much, and today is one of those days. So I guess it's kind of on my mind. But anyways, those are the things that people don't see on a daily basis. So, it kind of goes hand in hand with the other thing. Oh, you have the good kind of cancer. There is no good kind of cancer, and so don't get me wrong. I'm not pitying myself. I'm not, I'm not saying, oh, people are mean to me. They're not. That's just one of the things that people say, I guess, because they don't have the information. They don't have an understanding of what I'm doing. But because of this channel, I hope you kind of understand, and, and don't feel like you're the only one. Maybe you don't make it to the bathroom a couple times. Maybe, halfway down the hall, things break loose. It happens. It was tough. It was really tough for me, for my ego, to realize that, hey, I'm going to have to wear a diaper when I go out, just because you never know. Now, fortunately for me, I can say that's getting better over time. It's nowhere near as bad as it was, but still, you never know. You just kind of roll the dice on that one. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I would let you know that, you know, I appreciate all of the comments that you guys make on my my well-being, and, you know, how I look and how I sound, all that kind of stuff. Love all that. Just for some reason, it was just bouncing around my head, you know, when people say, "Oh, you don't look sick." I don't know. It's just one of the, and I'm sorry, I rambled way more than I figured I would on that. So, okay, getting back to what's going on. Went to Trader Joe's yesterday. Yes, I was able to get everything on my daughter's list. I'm going to be looking for a box in the garage today and getting that in the mail, getting it sent off. And I did have a good time at Trader Joe's. I don't go there. I don't remember the last time that I went into a Trader Joe's, probably a couple of years ago. So I had no idea where anything was in there. It took a while, and they had the music playing overhead, and Mbop came on. And yes, all of a sudden, I'll admit it, all of a sudden I was singing along, and hopefully not too loud. I didn't notice anybody giving me weird looks, or any more than the usual that they normally would. So, okay, so that brings us to where we're at now. Got you caught up. And again, Dennis Finnegan always points out that I say it's going to be a short video, and it's not. So Dennis, hope I didn't disappoint. It still was a long video. I'm pretty sure I said it wasn't going to be. But at any rate, have yourselves an awesome day. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Love you all. Totally do. Appreciate all the prayers, all the positive vibes that you guys send out there. The aloha, the shaka, the good juju, everything. Totally appreciate it. And please know too that I'm sending that out in my prayers every day. All of the prostate cancer warriors and the people that are supporting them, those that, you know, help them get to doctor's appointments and help them with dealing with the stuff that, you know, we talked about this morning, the behind the scenes things that you don't see. You know, hopefully there's somebody in your family that plays that role, but if not, I hope it's somebody that, you know, cares about you, because there's a lot that goes on. Wow. Hot flash is over. But you can see my head in the light here. It does get warm. So anyways, love you all. Have a great day, and I will talk to you on the next video.